Associates.
Now at 9, officials request help to identify an infant's headstone found inside a stolen vehicle. Plus, McDonald County kicks off the school year with a new teacher academy today.
The fight in Texas over redistricting looks far from over, while some Democratic lawmakers are hoping to call a truce with President Trump. I'm Rebecca Castor in Washington with the latest coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
An eerie mystery surfaces in Crawford County, Kansas after an unexpected guest. A baby's headstone turns up in the bed of a stolen truck. This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Tanya Bach. The Crawford County Sheriff's Department released this image of the infant grave marker recovered from the vehicle. Sheriff Billy Tomasi confirms the headstone does not belong to the owner of the stolen truck. Now, authorities are now reaching out to the public, hoping someone can help identify the origin of the headstone and eventually return it home. For more details and contact information, head to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. The city of Nevada looks for solutions to prevent future flooding at the city's animal shelter. On May 19th, a flood considered by many to be a 100-year flooding event impacted the shelter, and that's when floodwaters entered the building, forcing the evacuation of animals. Now, the city has hired a hydrologist who is researching the causes of the shelter flooding and exploring possible solutions. City officials are also examining the building's original designs and consulting the engineers and designers responsible for its construction. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Hey, and we've definitely had showers, thunderstorms over the past 2 days and some good amounts of rain. We definitely needed it. It's been kind of dry over the past 3 weeks. Look at where the heaviest rain has been. This is just over the past 24 hours. A lot of 2s, 1.5, 2.5, 5, 5.5. So if we zoom in some of the heavier amounts, just southwest of Lamar, we got a 6.5 between Girard and Parsons, 3.45 inches of rain. So good amounts that we definitely needed. Still, we have light showers, still a few thunderstorms in our far southern counties. You can see one down near Eagle Rock, Table Rock Lake, and also just south of Grand Lake. But these showers will continue to kind of diminish as we go through the rest of the overnight hours tonight. Still some rain chances, though, in the forecast. We'll look at that here in a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. McDonald County kicks off the school year with a new teacher academy today. The event gave first-year teachers an introduction to their classes. KOAM's Ty Parks has the story.
And our motto here is every child, every day, whatever it takes. That's our motto in McDonald County. And so we want teachers who have the heart for students and really will dig deep and help them in every way possible and prepare them to be able to go to the next grade level.
McDonald County Schools is doing a new teacher academy where they show the first-year teachers the ropes of how to lead a classroom. Teachers like Emily.
A little nervous, but I think especially at McDonald County, I've got a lot of great mentorship programs and things like that, so I think they're going to really help aid me in a lot of great ways.
All new teachers in the McDonald County school system from first grade all the way up to high school attend this class.
Just setting the procedures right, really be intentional with it. I've got a running document currently that I'm trying to think of all the little things and just get really good effective with it. So.
The class is designed to show them the day-to-day expectations they are not always taught in college.
Well, I think some of the things that's left out maybe possibly in our university and college classes for teachers are the fact that your students maybe don't know how to line up properly. They don't know how to walk properly in a hallway. And so sometimes you're teaching them every little thing to prepare them for school life. And that helps us then when we get to classroom time and we're ready to teach them, they're ready to go.
This was started so the new teachers will not feel so isolated in their positions.
A better community, like a sense of that, who I can lean on for support and things like that. Also just setting that foundation right. And just go in with a positive mindset.
In McDonald County, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
Well, getting rid of first-time nerves is the primary goal for the class and starting the year off on the right foot. Classes start for McDonald County schools 1 week from tomorrow on the 19th. Carthage High School freshmen get an introduction to the coming school year with orientation today. The newest Tigers teamed up with the CHS Link crew, a group made up of trained upperclassmen leaders who were on hand to mentor incoming freshmen. New students participated in campus tours, icebreaker activities, and team-building games.
I think Carthage High School is so welcoming. We work really hard to just have the freshmen be just as important and appear to all of the seniors. I think we're really welcoming.
Carthage schools start 1 week from today. Coming up, a new weight loss drug could be beneficial in decreasing blood pressure and cholesterol. And later, the United States Post Office is expected to raise postage prices before the holidays. But first, we take a look at new research showing many cases of dementia are preventable.
You're invited to Kids Fest, Saturday, August 16th.
New information about the dangers of eating ultra-processed foods. A study by the American Heart Association found the foods, which include sugary drinks, processed meats, candy, and commercial baked goods, are linked to a higher risk for heart disease, chronic illness, and death. The association recommends cutting back on the most harmful ultra-processed foods and following a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, low-fat, low-sugar dairy, and lean proteins like fish and poultry. New research on the health benefits for people using the weight loss drug semaglutide. A study published in JAMA found people who lost weight using the popular drug also saw their blood pressure and cholesterol drop. But the study also found that patients who used semaglutide saw their health care expenses rise for things like follow-up visits and monitoring. Dementia affects more than 6 million Americans and leads to loss of memory, language, problem solving, and other cognitive abilities. It also accounts for more than 100,000 deaths a year. That's according to the National Institutes of Health, while new dementia cases are expected to continue rising. Mandy Gaither has more on recent research which suggests many cases of dementia are preventable in today's Health Minute.
It's a growing concern. Researchers with the National Institutes of Health estimate 42% of Americans over age 55 will eventually develop dementia. And because of the aging U.S. population, the number of new dementia cases per year is expected to double by 2060. But a new study suggests many of those cases don't have to happen.
The headline really has been that about 40%, so close to half of cases of dementia, are likely preventable.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says many people believe there's not much one can do to prevent or reverse dementia, but the recent research is showing that may not be the case. The U.S.-based study looked at more than 2,000 people between the ages of 60 and 79 who were cognitively fine, but weren't necessarily living a healthy lifestyle. After being put into a structured program, which included regular exercise, a Mediterranean diet rich in plant-based foods and healthy fats, brain training, socialization, and health monitoring, researchers found all these changes reduce the overall likelihood that the participants would develop dementia. Gupta says another study shows lifestyle changes in people who have already been diagnosed with cognitive impairment may be able to improve symptoms.
Doing 20 weeks of a vegan diet, exercise, strength training, stress relief, online support sessions, they saw people whose symptoms either stopped, stalled, or even reversed.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Dr. Gupta says because of a strong family history of Alzheimer's disease, he's been concerned about brain health. He went through a program which adopted some of the healthy lifestyle changes mentioned, and he says got back 6 years of brain health. High-performance athletes may face a higher risk of depression. Portuguese researchers found that despite physical activity known to boost mental health, elite athletes face specific pressures like nerves, injury concerns, and identity crises, which can contribute to depression. Young athletes are also at risk for mental health challenges linked to competitive sports. Well, Doug is next with a complete look at your forecast and later details on a free service that locates utility lines and marks them in your yard before you dig.
USA and KOAM News Now supporting the Force
Culture and Spiva Center for the Arts.
Well, another day we got more showers and thunderstorms across the region. Past 2 days when we couldn't get much rain in here over the past 3 weeks. So it's been kind of nice to get some good little soakers across the region. We've lost the heating of the day, so our thunderstorms overall are starting to die down, but we do still have some light showers out there, especially northeastern Oklahoma, a little bit heavier once you get into Delaware County. On the Missouri side, pretty much everything is falling apart. You can see one little guy just southwest of Neosho down toward Pineville, Bentonville, and then a little cluster once you get over toward Eagle Rock on Table Rock Lake. Besides that, not too much is going to occur as we go through the rest of the overnight hours tonight. Let me take you through time. So a lot of clouds. Let's go into the morning hours. 1 or 2 random showers could pop up late tonight and into the morning hours. But most of Tuesday is going to be dry. Lower 80s by noon. Once we get into the afternoon, a few random pop-up thunderstorms. Temperature is not bad, 87, 86, 88 degrees across the region. All right, any thunderstorms that would get going would lose their steam once again. Once the sun sets, we lose our heating of the day. So yes, there's going to be a couple random storms out there tomorrow. It's not going to be near as widespread as what we have seen over the past couple days. Here's Wednesday morning, 7:30 in the morning. Upper 60s to start, and again, hit and miss little popcorn thunderstorms once we get into Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures right around 90 for a high, and then pretty much clear skies, upper 60s as we go into Thursday morning. Additional rainfall, not much. It's just going to be very hit and miss scattered thunderstorms, so we get a chance to dry out a bit as we go through the next couple days. 70 to start, 82 by noon, high temp, 89. Let's go outside. A great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. We are looking downtown Joplin. Road still wet off toward the north and to the east. Look at our temps. We're sitting 70 to about 73 degrees, so it's actually fairly comfortable out there, but our dew point's high. Our humidity's near 100%, so our dew points are sitting into lower 70. So even though it feels a little bit better, it's still a little bit on the sticky and also the muggy side. This rain's caused by this upper level wave right here. High pressure has slipped back toward the west, and it's going to stay out there as we go through the next couple days, and then eventually it will start to push back in and up our temperatures back up. So mid 90s Thursday, let's go upper 90s Friday, let's go upper 90s again as we go into Saturday as well. All right, 89 Tuesday, 91 Wednesday, 94 Thursday, and then 97's right back in as we head into the weekend. But definitely nice to get a little bit of rain across the region.
Yeah, and it brought those temperatures down. That was nice too.
Pretty good.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, the Regional Better Business Bureau joins in on the back-to-school season. The BBB has some online safety advice for kids getting schoolwork online. And while the BBB does not collect data from people under the age of 18, they know scammers are targeting children. In last year's Scam Tracker Risk Report, nearly 10% of parents reported their children had been targeted by scams, and nearly half started online through social media, by phone, gaming platforms, or emails. The Bureau recommends using parental controls, teaching your child the importance of privacy so they can learn safety habits.
A lot of kids may be getting devices to go back to school, and maybe it's their first device. So it's a really good time to start talking about online safety and online privacy. So for example, when you're setting up that device, maybe mom, dad, grandma, grandpa get theirs out as well, and talk through the different security settings, location sharing settings that kids need to know about so they start to understand how to be safe online.
Experts say it's important to be aware of what your children are doing when they're online. Talk with them about the websites they visit and explain the dangers of random links, especially those sent by strangers. These may be phishing links, which will collect your child's personal info. Well, coming up next, construction robots.
Could this be the future of home building? We'll show you how this robot is helping to rebuild after the devastating LA wildfires. That story coming up next.
Tee up for good. Vita Nova Golf Scramble set to.
One company is using artificial intelligence and robots to speed up construction after the LA wildfires. Fox Business correspondent Max Gordon is in Pacific Palisades, California with a first-hand look.
Right now we're taking a look at Cosmic's mobile robotic microfactory here in Pacific Palisades. Essentially how it all works is that there is a grouping of materials right next to the machine, and then the robot picks these boards up and assembles wall segments. These wall segments go then to build custom homes designed by Cosmic. The folks at Cosmic say that this process is around 3 times faster than conventional home building techniques, and it's about 30% cheaper.
With the help of AI, we make sure that every design we show to our clients, it's already buildable. We know that how many panels we need to build. We know what's the design of those panels. And when the clients are choosing between the designs, they already know the cost.
It's been about 8 months since the LA fires broke out. As of this last week, LA County had issued 184 building permits, and as of early July, the city of LA had issued 165 permits. This particular house is being built here in the Palisades by Cosmic, and it belongs to Aaron George and his family. He says they'd saved up to move into their dream home, only for the fires to hit and destroy everything. Now, Aaron says that by using Cosmic, they'll be able to cost-effectively build a larger home than they had before, and it'll be done in a matter of 4 to 7 months.
I feel pretty confident because it's a robot, right? It's like its whole purpose is to be precise and accurate. And I've done other construction projects before, and there's been mistakes made by humans, and they have to redo stuff sometimes.
Though the founder of Cosmic says they're not trying to replace humans in the construction industry. Instead, they're trying to fill a labor shortage. Meanwhile, Cosmic is pledging to donate 1 out of every 10 houses they build to an underinsured family. In Pacific Palisades, California, Max Gordon, Fox Business.
U.S. Postal Service is proposing a temporary price hike for the upcoming holiday season for some priority and ground advantage package services for retail and commercial customers. The increases range from 30 cents to $16 depending on the zone and weight of the parcels. In a statement, the company says the price adjustments will, quote, help cover extra handling costs to ensure a successful peak season. If approved, the temporary rates would go into effect October 5th through January 18th. And Derma-Right Industries are recalling some of its over-the-counter antiseptic soaps and cleansers, including DermaClean and Clean Foam. The FDA says the recalled products may be contaminated with bacteria that could cause a serious or life-threatening infection. Patients are urged to contact their healthcare provider if they experience any adverse effects after using the products. Well, today is 8/11 Day. Makes sense since it's August 11th. Now, if you don't know what that number means, it's a free service that locates the utility lines in your yard and marks them to avoid damaging them as you work. From installing a mailbox to installing a deck, utility companies stress the importance of calling 811. Call it at least 3 days before your project starts. And if you do damage a pipeline, do not attempt to stop or slow down the flow of natural gas. Keep everyone a safe distance away and call 911, your utility company, and 811 to report the damage. Coming up next, weather cuts short Pittsburgh's Lincoln Park annual back-to-school event, but some did enjoy the event's festivities. We take you there after the break.
West Missouri Bank was there.
A big back-to-school event at Pittsburgh's Lincoln Park was cut short today due to rain. The Pittsburgh Police Department teamed up with Victory Life Church and the Pittsburgh Fire Department to host the annual event. It included a swim at the city pool, Kittyland rides, and food, all free of charge. Now, sponsors also gave away clothing, backpacks, and school supplies for students in kindergarten through 5th grade.
Getting some basic school supplies just kind of helps to get that school year rolling right. And again, I think that one last fun hurrah is big for kids as well, just to kind of have that last little bit. Seeing kids reconnect maybe that haven't over the summer. Already seen several of those, connections, seeing friends from school, and just really helps them kind of ease in and get ready for the school year.
Well, families who signed up and are still looking to get their school supplies can go to or call Victory Life Church in Pittsburgh. 30 more minutes of news, weather, and sports coming your way. The Israeli military is moving deeper into Gaza as a new offensive gets underway. That's coming up. And an explosion at a steel manufacturing facility in Pennsylvania kills one person and leaves dozens injured.
Big Bang Theory tonight at 10.
Life change.
You're watching The Four States. most watched news.
This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Tanya Bach. California Governor Gavin Newsom wants a truce with President Trump in the heated redistricting war happening in several states right now. Now, the showdown in Texas, however, looks far from over. How this plays out will likely determine which party controls Congress after next year's midterm elections. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has the latest.
An explosion at a U.S. steel coke manufacturing facility near Pittsburgh killed at least one person and left dozens.
Apologize about that. Well, an explosion that you just saw at a U.S. steel coke manufacturing facility in Pennsylvania. While the cause of the explosion is unknown, authorities are investigating. Fox News correspondent Nate Foy has the latest.
An explosion at a U.S. steel coke manufacturing facility near Pittsburgh killed at least one person and left dozens injured on Monday.
There was a big explosion, we think, from the mill. And then on my 911 call, I saw that they called for multiple ambulances and possible, multiple injuries and so on and so forth. Everybody's still trying to sort it out.
According to officials, emergency personnel are working to rescue anyone who might be trapped under the rubble.
When we got here, it was a rescue mission, still a rescue mission.
Emergency response teams drove right towards the Clairton Coke Works plant, the largest coke manufacturing facility in the United States, just 35 minutes outside of Pittsburgh. Local officials say a fire broke out at the plant just before 11 a.m. Witnesses near the scene described an explosion similar to thunder. Bernie Hall, the director for the United Steelworkers District 10, wrote in part, quote, "While we are still determining the scope of the tragedy, we are aware that multiple workers are receiving medical treatment for their injuries."
I'm just so sad about this whole day, and the mill is such a big part of Clairton.
Authorities are asking residents nearby to stay indoors and close their windows and doors out of precaution. The local health department says it has not detected high levels of soot or sulfur dioxide.
It's just heartbreaking. I grieve with all of them and the shock and the tragedy that what happened today.
The United Steelworkers says it will cooperate with authorities to conduct a thorough investigation into the incident. In New York, Nate Foy, Fox News.
Israel's military is moving deeper into Gaza as a new offensive gets underway. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu previously said the IDF would occupy all of Gaza. Now he's asking the military to move more quickly. There are still reportedly major divisions between Netanyahu and military leaders who say sending large numbers of troops back into Gaza could lead to significant Israeli casualties. Netanyahu says there's no widespread starvation or genocide happening inside Gaza, but a new controversy erupted on Sunday after Israel said it killed 5 Al Jazeera journalists in an airstrike, claiming one was an Hamas cell leader. It's been more than 3 years since Russia invaded Ukraine, but President Trump thinks he can talk Vladimir Putin into a truce. When the two leaders hold face-to-face talks on Friday, the stakes could not be any higher. The president hopes to halt the destruction that's taking place in Ukraine and the territory Russian forces currently occupy in eastern Ukraine as Putin's proposed price for peace. Well, Doug is next with a complete look at your forecast. And later, researchers are mapping the heat outside with the goal of helping cities adapt to future heat waves.
For the arts.
I don't know how I got that turned off, but some pretty heavy amounts of rain for the region over the past couple days, which we kind of needed, even though we're not in a drought situation, which is good. Past couple summers, of course, past 3 summers, we've really had to deal with the drought. We haven't had to this year, and the main reason why is we got so much rain in April, May, and June. Now, it got very dry over the past 3 weeks, so we're a little dry, but the soil, your grass may be crunchy, but the soil is still doing pretty good. So it was good to get some rain outside today. Let's go ahead and zoom in. You can see the heaviest rain now kind of falling apart. Still have showers, a couple thunderstorms through northeastern Oklahoma, and then 1 or 2 guys once you get in southern Missouri. So if we look, Cassville, Table Rock, back toward Bentonville, right around Grand Lake, Delaware County, up toward Miami. Yes, we do have some showers and thunderstorms, but the overall trend is these are going to be falling apart. So by 11 p.m., still scattered thunderstorms, southeastern counties, and then late tonight into tomorrow morning, there may be a random shower. But most of the morning looking pretty good. You can see a couple little guys skirting by. Let me take you into Tuesday afternoon. 1 or 2 random guys popping up. Most of you dry on Tuesday. High temps, mid to upper 80s. Anything that would form tomorrow, and again, it won't be much, will be gone once we lose the heating of the day. Heading into Wednesday morning, comfortable upper 60s to start. Once we get into the afternoon, 1 or 2 random little showers popping up again. So additional rainfall from this point on, not much because everything is going to be very scattered. Still, we'll pick up some once you get down through McDonald County and also Berry County. Day planner for you on Tuesday, 70 to start, 82 by noon. High temp, 89 degrees. Looks good, great shot. Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam, and we are looking off toward the north and to the east. Look at our temps right now, pretty comfortable. We're sitting into lower 70s. Humidity's almost matching our dew points in a degree fashion, almost matching our actual temperature, which means we have almost 100% relative humidity due to the showers out there. Still makes it feel a little bit on the muggy side. So what's causing this? Look at this upper level wave right here. You can see it kind of cuts back through here. So that wave has been giving us these showers and even a few thunderstorms. And if we go through the rest of the week, enjoy a little bit cooler now because we go back to the mid 90s by Thursday. Once we get into Friday, we're talking mid to upper 90s. Saturday, we're also talking mid to upper 90s. And we're going to do this again even on Sunday afternoon. Now by Sunday, very slight chance we may get a random shower in here. All right, let's look at the overall upper level pattern. Look at our high pressure building back in the rest of the week. That's why it gets hotter late this week and then heading toward the weekend. Now, as we go back into early next week, high pressure meanders its way back toward the west, allowing these waves to kick in. Also note that here in about 10 days, we're going to be watching a hurricane that is possibly going to try to affect the eastern seaboard. 89 on Tuesday, 91 on Wednesday, 94 Thursday, and then upper 90s all the way into the weekend, drying out, but definitely it was nice to get a little bit of rain, well, quite a bit of rain over the past 2 days.
But all in all, it'll be dry again by the weekend. So.
It will be.
Yeah,
yes.
for sure, in that heat.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that cool down coming up even after that.
I know, it looks good.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It's called the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Well, as the dog days of summer continue to howl on, ongoing heat mapping research hopes to help those across the nation avoid barking up the wrong tree. Fox News' Ted Linder takes a closer look at what scientists hope to do with their findings about temperature differences and why it could help especially urban areas handle surges of warmer weather.
Summer is known for the heat, but with scientists continuing to warn about how the impacts of human-caused climate change are predicted to make average global temperatures even warmer going forward, researchers are trying to gather data about how cities can adapt their infrastructure to be better prepared for the possible impacts.
The question that we're really trying to solve is what can we do about it, right? So what strategies work? How can we cool the urban environment?
Using special sensors on bikes and electric vehicles, researchers at Arizona State University have partnered with local teachers to track changes in temperature across several cities, including Tucson, Tempe, and Phoenix.
We're going to ride it around on some trails, collect some data from there where we otherwise wouldn't be able to with our car-mounted sensors.
So far, their real-time heat mapping efforts reveal parks with shade can be more than 5 degrees cooler than neighboring streets.
Can we intentionally design landscapes and buildings that add less heat to the environment?
Teams say understanding variations in heat can help cities boost their buildings and green spaces' resilience to hotter temperatures.
If we don't do the research now to try to understand what works and what doesn't work, we can't inform the next generation of materials, the next generation of strategies, and we'll be stuck where we are today.
Officials also hoping their findings can help other communities in the U.S. and around the world reduce the risk of heat-related illnesses for their residents.
It's going to help society, it's going to help neighborhoods, it's going to help people, human beings. And I think that's the most important thing.
Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Still ahead, the Royals and Cardinals are back in action tonight as they look to inch closer and closer to the final wild card seed. We'll update you on their matchups. And the Roper Honda AJGA Golf Tournament is taking center stage this week. We're going to hear from the tournament director next.
On Wheels Pitch Talks.
While a lot of eyes are on the FedEx Cup playoffs on the PGA Tour, aspiring young golfers are hitting the links this week in Joplin. 78 boys and girls aged 12 to 19 are looking to qualify for the Roper Honda AJGA Junior Championship at Twin Hills Golf and Country Club today. 6 boys and 4 girls were advanced to the 3-round Junior Am tournament aimed to prepare the young players for the next step in their golfing careers.
A big goal for us is to grow them not only as golfers, but also as individuals. They write thank you cards at the end of the week, so we just try to build that, build their personalities as golfers, and also realize that what they're doing, they're very lucky to do, and kind of show them and build their skills of appreciation that they're going to need. I think a big thing is just being out here and competing. This is a really strong field this week, and just being out here for the 3 days that they compete and competing against some of the best golfers across the nation, as well as some players from other nations.
After long road trips for both teams, the Royals and Cardinals are back at home in front of their home crowds as they begin a new series to open the week. Kansas City is coming off a tough weekend, dropping 2 of 3 games in Minnesota against the Twins. After a 9-game road trip, KC returning to Kauffman Stadium for a 3-game set against the Washington Nationals, and the Royals pick up the win in the series opener 7-4. El Capitan Salvador Perez, Kyle Isbell each clear the yard with a 2-run homer. Then there's Carlos Estevez, who became the first Royals closer since Ian Kennedy to record 30 saves in a season. As for the Cardinals, they're coming off a big series win of their own over the Cubs. St. Louis had revenge on their minds entering tonight as the Rockies traveled to Busch Stadium for 3 games, because right after the All-Star break, Colorado took 2 of 3 from the Redbirds in Denver on their home field, and the Cardinals take Game 1 of the series tonight with a 3-2 win over the Rockies. Brendan Donovan playing the hero with the go-ahead and game-winning run, scoring on a 2-run double in the 8th inning. Looks like there's going to be some fun golf. I will be going out and playing tomorrow. Anthony Saviello and I will be representing KOAM tomorrow in the charity fundraiser event.
So how long has it been since you've been on the greens?
So I played actually a couple times this weekend. I play a lot when I go home with friends. So I played on Friday, and then yesterday we went to the golf simulator. I had to get the swing right. A little bit nervous. If we're going to be going up and playing with some junior golfers, I need to actually look like I'm not the worst golfer in the world. How about that?
Yeah, we'll let that be Anthony.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. He's your competition, right?
I don't know if it's my competition or if we're on the same team, but otherwise I'm just trying to not look like the worst golfer out there.
That's right. I'm sure you will do wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, we're back with more news after this. A new program in Northwest Arkansas looks to rehome feral cats that pose a danger to the area bird population. As Lauren Spencer reports from Fayetteville, the program strives to be a win for wildlife and cat owners alike.
One of the songbird's biggest predators. A feral cat. At Wild Birds Unlimited, they're turning that problem into a win for wildlife.
One cat can kill 50 songbirds a year. Times that, times 13 to 20 years that it lives.
They're working with the Northwest Arkansas Community Cat Project, which traps, spays, and neuters feral cats. Owner of the store, Amber Brewster, then fosters some furry friends in store.
Our bird population is going to continue to grow as we help to get these cats off the street. And also through spay and neutering, you reduce the pet population.
In the last 17 months, they've saved 60 cats while potentially protecting around 3,000 songbirds a year. Those birds, Amber says, are vital to the environment.
Birds eat thousands and thousands of insects, especially during nesting season, the amount of insects that they need to feed to their baby birds. So if you want to control the pest population in your backyard, pick up a bird feeder.
Birds also provide what's called ornithotherapy.
Lowers depression, lowers blood pressure, lowers anxiety.
And while these rehomed cats aren't hunting anymore, they still get the best seat in the house.
So we ask people that adopt the cats from us that they keep them as inside cats. But I always recommend a window feeder. We have a window feeder at our house and we call it Kitty TV.
Finding your new cuddly companion in an unlikely setting.
Cats like to watch birds like we do, so they're your best bird watching buddies.
The NWA Community Cat Project looks to improve the lives of the estimated 50,000 stray, abandoned, or feral cats living in Northwest Arkansas. Up next, How to Train Your Dragon tops the list of new home releases, plus a live-action remake. A beloved dragon, a deadly accountant, and a Grammy-winning pop rock band are among the latest digital DVD and music releases available to add to your home library. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin runs down the list of what's new in home entertainment.
These beasts are a threat to all of our lands.
How to Train Your Dragon tops the list of new home releases. The live-action remake stars Mason Thames, Nico Parker, and Gerard Butler. Thames stars as Hiccup, a misfit Viking who bonds with a feared Night Fury dragon, challenging generations of hostility.
Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf?
Ben Affleck leads the action-packed thriller The Accountant 2. He plays a skilled accountant who teams up with his assassin brother and a federal agent to investigate a friend's murder, uncovering a conspiracy which makes them targets of a group of killers.
We got one more job for you.
Pedro Pascal and Jay Ellis star in Freaky Tales. Set in 1987 Oakland, a mysterious force unites teen punks, rappers, a corrupt cop, and an NBA star in 4 intertwined adventures.
No one's dumb enough to go where we're going.
Jurassic World Rebirth is available on digital. Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey play a covert team on an island mission to recover dinosaur DNA, facing deadly predators while rescuing a stranded family. The release features over an hour of bonus content and arrives on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD September 9th.
I'll destroy everything they think true.
Small screen favorites to own. Season 2 of the Yellowstone spin-off 1923, starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford, and Season 1 of the teen mystery thriller A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. In music, Maroon 5 drops their new album, Love is Life. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
And that's our time for tonight. Thank you for joining us. We're going to leave you with video of flamingo chicks at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow.